Hi.
Greetings, Earthlings. I am Zorak. I have come in human form to bring you messages from the bug planet.
So, what is it that you're smoking again?
I haven't smoked yet.
That might be part of the problem, sir.
All right, let me be for real. Ladies and gentlemen, the NBs all across the internet, all one of you have come to tune in thus far in this live chat. I am your co-host, DJ Stuff. This is my co-host, Trouble 860, and we are the Smoke Break, not the rap group. If there's a rap group called Smoke Break, please
They're
don't sue me.
definitely. Good luck. They're going to lose money soon else.
Okay,
All right, so what we smoking on tonight?
Trophy Wife.
God, I would love to be one.
I would love to have a trophy.
Old men, yo. So, if you about 80, you can take Viagra, and you're into vacations and having a good time, hit me up.
Whoa.
So, I would love to sit there and spend the last decade of your life rocking your world in your mansion. Is that a little too direct? Because yeah. Come here, old man. Take me away.
All right. I need a torch.
You do? I want my lighter. Is there two splits or one?
Why?
You already know why.
Face.
So tell me, so do you know about this bill that's over at the Capitol right now that everybody who's not Hispanic is complaining about?
No, I know that the other day was Bob Marley's birthday.
Happy birthday to Bob Marley.
He would have been what, 78, 80?
How do you
He
think
would
he
have
would
over
feel
80.
about Lauryn Hill?
Oh boy, I really don't know what he would be thinking.
His grandson's mother, right?
Would he hold his son accountable or would he
Man,
side
if
with
you
his
don't
son?
like that shit, I'm gonna die. I'm
How,
just saying.
how many times did you smoke today?
That's not the point.
How many times did I smoke today?
That's not the point.
Zero.
Wait, where's my glasses at? Thank you so much.
Okay, so and it's not
He,
pulling
he
right.
didn't he didn't like the shit. You see this? That light behind my head. There we go.
It's not pulling. Something's wrong.
I got you. So I'll take it from here. You like the other one. Hey yo. Oh, here we go. All right, so um everybody who is not Hispanic doesn't get to weigh in on this.
So I need to shut the fuck up.
Hey, you got Puerto Rican family, don't you? You're from the Virgin Islands. I guess that kind of counts.
I have family that was born in Puerto Rico and I've never met them.
So, that Lamont's family is born in Puerto Rico, right? But there is a bill up for debate right now. I am going to be testifying on it to get rid of the word Latinx, that unpronounceable ass word in Spanish. No, you cannot pronounce Latinx in Spanish. Sounds stupid. It does not flow naturally.
I have yet to come across a word that didn't end in a vowel in Spanish.
Martin.
That
Um,
that's a name.
Okay, so you made a good point. This is not pulling at all. Holy shit. The more effort I put into it, the angrier I get.
So I guess you'll be rolling the next one.
No.
I know it ain't me.
Hmm?
This was not pulling either. Now it is.
Things I'm looking forward to this year. 420. And getting rid of the fucking word Latinx. Latin. Call us Latin.
At least you got that
With
far.
the E in the back.
At least you got that far. We still can't get rid of the N-word.
Yo, I saw this shit that somebody made out of AI. It had Biden saying the N-word all over the place. Sounded like he came straight out the fucking gutter. Oh my god.
Listen, deepfake technology can be used for nefarious purposes too. I had a friend of mine who was suddenly talking about bitcoins.
Oh, yo, why don't you check the promo for our show tonight? It was actually Joe Biden saying make sure to check out the smoke break.
Cool. Let me finish my
You
story.
did see the video though, did you?
I did. Let me finish the story I started one sentence ago. So, friend of mine is on
I'm
Facebook,
about to be so weird now.
on his Facebook stories, talking about bitcoins. In his gay black man from Connecticut accent. Come to find out, his shit was hacked like someone from China, and he used his face, voice, and likeness to talk about how you can get bitcoins. And they made a fake story. This person hasn't logged into their Facebook in over a year. How are they on the story talking about bitcoins?
Yeah, I mean that is what happens.
Yeah, but it's okay because the creators of South Park turned Kendrick Lamar into Kobe Bryant.
Didn't Kobe Bryant turn, or no, not, didn't Kendrick Lamar turn himself into a whole bunch of different people?
Kobe was one of them.
Yeah.
He was Kobe, Will Smith, Kanye West, Nipsey Hussle.
All right, now can we please? Yes, there are more important bills we can talk about, but holy shit. Um, please don't colonize the Spanish language. The Spaniards have colonized my people enough. I don't need the English and the British doing the same shit to me.
I thought it was dumb from day one.
Yo, like X, Latinx.
It sounds like a damn bug spray.
Like, if you want to be more inclusive, please include like the native speakers, not the fucking people that came over and are bilingual, but native speakers, Latin.
Is it working?
Yeah, but if you want to get rid of the N word, what you got to do is
I'm talking about the spliff.
boycott more.
I'm talking about the L, the joint, the Doja, the Lala, the marijuana.
Black History Month, we're out here debating free public transportation and school meals. Yay.
Yeah,
Lots of performative shit going on, while in the back end, what's going on? Wars that are caused by racial inequity. Happy Black History Month. Um, love the performative bullshit. Please give us more education. Let Martin Luther King rest in peace at least 1 year.
yeah, we've been Martin Luther King to death. You want to talk? You want to talk about one damn speech and his college record, not about the time they were throwing rocks at him, or is sending pictures to his wife of his infidelity and telling him to stop, or it's going to the press.
I mean, if they did that now, it might help them. Gen Zs would be like, slay hard.
I mean, it didn't really work out for Kirk Franklin.
What year was this?
Like twice a decade.
So, see, that's why it's been, a while.
But then again, Kirk Franklin's a piece of shit. Yeah, I said it.
Why?
Well, remember,
I saw he was I believe he was one of my first concerts.
if you recall, 50 Cent came out with a song called How to Rob, and he basically alluded to sticking up Kirk Franklin because of what he did to God's Property. God's Property was the gospel group that he produced in the late 90s, and that was his big push into the mainstream of Black consciousness. Apparently, none of the singers of the God's Property Choir got paid for this multi-platinum gospel album that got regular airplay on MTV
Oh.
because it had a lead single featuring Salt from Salt and Pepper.
So that used to be our ringtone back in my Nokia. I paid like 99 cents for that shit.
Yeah, all of my dance Puerto Rican friends love that song.
Wow. You see this? I feel seen.
Apparently, it was the one rap song that they would play at the freestyle clubs because it was in minor key.
They're all minor keys, aren't they?
Except for that one Brenda Starr song.
Brenda K. Star. Why is both of your lights on?
Because I turned them both on.
There we go. That's so much better.
It's too good.
For who?
Me. I'm darker than you.
Should we switch seats?
Nope.
I can't drive stick, so I can't steal your car.
It'll still be the same lighting.
All right, now in things that I'm bored to death with, let's talk about the Grammys real quick. Now, you were sitting there. Here's the thing. Now, Lizzo is an absolute Harry Styles fan. One Direction, I've followed them, but I'm more of a 5 Seconds of Summer Green Day type person.
How old is Lizzo again? 34, 35?
I don't know. Let's Google it.
She's in her mid-30s. And she already said that she's a Beyonce fan. She already damn near everybody that
No. She's in love with Harry Styles.
She dedicated her win to Beyonce because she actually snuck out the house to
She's
go to a
27.
Beyonce concert.
So she would have been 17 around the time that Harry Styles was dropping music.
And she snuck out the house as a
15, 16,
teenager to see a
17.
Beyonce concert.
Yeah.
It's a win for musicianship because you got a pop star that actually plays a musical instrument and does it well and can dance and can sing and can rap. Kudos to her for Song of the Year.
Was it Song of the Year or Record of the Year?
Record. Aren't they the same thing?
No. And I don't know why. That I don't know. Why are all the men from the fucking like why are they all old white men that vote on the most relevant music? Are they the right target market?
So here's
are they the right people to be voting?
All right, so here's the thing about the Grammys. The Academy also includes people in the industry. It can be the old white man that signs the checks in Universal Records, or it can be Jadakiss. They all have equal voting power. As a matter of fact,
is Jadakiss on that panel?
Yes, he is one of the voting artists for the Grammys.
Is it mostly old white men? Because I mean,
okay, so here's what Jadakiss explained. When you vote on the Grammys, you don't have a choice to vote in what category. You have to vote in every single category, even the ones that are not televised. You have to vote in those categories. So what ends up happening is a lot of people that don't know shit about hip hop vote for the name they know the most, aka why Macklemore won over Kendrick Lamar. He was played on stations that didn't play Kendrick Lamar's music or Drake's music.
Yeah, that's right. I'm gonna only got $20 in my pocket.
They'll play the version of When I See You Again that doesn't have Wiz Khalifa on it, even though it's a Wiz Khalifa song, but they'll play Macklemore. So in order for Jadakiss to vote for best hip hop, he also has to vote for best world music, best country, best classical, best jazz, best categories I'm sure he's never listened to.
You
But-
want to hear something?
but in order for-
That's why aren't all the men from the Academy forced to listen to all the songs?
Women vote too.
Really?
Yeah.
This doesn't seem like a diverse panel. Let me see.
Kelly Clarkson's able to vote.
Emmys.
No, Grammys.
Oh yeah.
It's
Grammys.
the Emmys that's the old white men. It's the Grammys is
And the Oscars.
the Grammys is mainly the recording industry itself voting.
Voting members. Here we go. So we're about to look up the Grammys voting members. Performers, songwriters, producers, engineers, instrumentalists, and other creators. I still don't feel comfortable with this whole thing.
You don't feel comfortable with Jadakiss voting for best jazz or Kenny G voting for best rap, for example?
Peer review, voting member. So
All right, so if I were to be on board as a songwriter, as a performing artist, recording artist, over time I would earn the privilege to join this list of voters. But I'm not a recording artist.
they'll have to be peer review.
So basically, it's a panel of your peers voting for you in the Grammys. But your peers can also include the old out of touch white men that just vote for whatever their granddaughter's listening to.
I mean, here's the thing. So I've listened to Harry Styles since One Direction, right? And even then, I'm not sure. I mean, he's a good artist.
I intentionally missed the entire One Direction wave because I was so anti-pop at the time.
Yeah, I was working with middle schoolers at the time. Good luck making that happen.
I was working with fifth graders that hated middle school music.
All my students were K through 8, and then the following year K through 9.
I only know that one
Miss you
song.
guys.
I only know that one song where they basically sing 3 notes the entire song.
Oh, you don't know.
If you put it on the music staff, it's literally only 3 notes.
So, you're so cute and fun. They're like a little white, like white New Edition kind of.
Don't you dare respect New Kids on the Block like that. They're the one true white New Edition.
So they're not. Oh,
Yeah, you're right. You're right. You were right. Well, I mean, they were started by the same guy that put
not
that.
the right stuff.
Maurice Starr, who signed New Edition initially, is the one that put together New Kids on the Block. And it just so happens that some of the members of New Kids on the Block live 2 blocks away from Ronnie DeVoe, who lived 5 blocks away from the rest of the group.
Oh, snap. Hey, guys. So we're about to cut to a quick commercial break from our sponsor. Completely forgot to mention it. And if you're looking to do some sort of community change, whatever it is, Kimura's Cultural Corner, awesome educator. If you got diversity training money in your company, whatever it is, hit her up so that it's not an absolute waste. With a 1-day training seminar, you'll get your money's worth. Subscribe to her Patreon. She does mad shit in the community, but she's an educator on this cultural humility stuff. It's like a science. And she went to school for this, and she's smart and everything. And here's a video that provides no context, but it does show some of the stuff she does.
Okay, play it.
Here you go.
Practicing and living in community means that we're responsible to ourselves and others. It means that we're committed to engaging humbly and bravely with others who we may not agree with, but who share a similar worldview. Tensions and conflicts are gifts that allow us to grow together. Join our peaceful revolution.
Hey, yo, that fucking DJ in the purple dashiki was looking good in there. You gotta give me his number one day.
Kimura's Culture Corner.
Subscribe to our Patreon. It's a start.
So we were talking about who's the real new white new edition. I say NSYNC. Of all the major white boy bands, they had the most soul. Fuck Backstreet
They
Boys.
did. Well, no, I was a Backstreet Boys fan as well.
Fuck 98 Degrees.
They were kind of okay.
LFO.
They were
And
too young for me because that came afterwards.
and New Kids on the Block.
They were good when I was 6.
And then we had One Direction.
My students loved them.
One Direction to me is like watered down 98 Degrees.
No, they were good. And who is the other one? So 5 Seconds of Summer. If you're a Green Day fan, absolutely love them. And Hey Violet.
But Green Day's a punk band, not a boy band.
So I thought 5 Seconds of Summer was a boy band.
I don't know. And
No. You've never listened to their music. You got to go see them in concert. They're awesome. So here's the thing. He does music, but his taste in music is a little less diverse than mine. I listen to all this shit. I used to move around a lot back before magnet schools and shit.
I went to Weaver. Dance hall and hardcore hip hop dominated.
Yeah, I went to East Hartford High. So I was a girl that moved back and forth between Hartford and the suburbs a lot. And then landed in the 06108 area of East Hartford. So if you know, 118 is all the nice little houses and everything. 108, I lived close to Columbus Circle and everything. So yeah, I got to listen to my rap, but I also got to I was wearing skater beads. I was probably the only girl in the hood wearing skater beads and dyeing my hair green, but fuck it.
I went to the school where the whitest thing we listened to was 3LW.
I listen to everything. So I had these airwalks, right? So I was a little skater girl back when I was younger. So I had the Jenko jeans and everything. And on my airwalks, yes, I had corn on there, but I also had 36 chambers. So I kind of liked everything.
Well, black culture is not a monolith, but we were so protective of our black culture that we only wanted to consume anything black that wasn't anime.
Anime was a shit. Yo, you remember when we was in 7th grade, I used to walk. So there was this kid, Travis Thompson. That's my boy. Love him. We graduated from high school together. But every day we used to walk back from school and we used to play Power Rangers. Or no, we used to watch Power Rangers after school. We used to play the Sega. We used to do our homework together. It was freaking awesome having a nerd friend that I could just hang out with. I was so sad when he moved.
So we were talking about the Grammys.
Oh shit, yeah, that's right.
Earlier we were talking about the presentation of celebrating 50 years of hip hop.
Oh, yo, so Beyonce gave credit to the LGBT community for her.
Yes, but we'll get to her in a second. We're talking about hip hop.
I won't break your soul. I won't break your soul.
That ain't the words.
You tell everybody.
That ain't the words, and that ain't hip hop. You talking about hip hop?
Okay, go ahead. Cause I won't break your soul.
All right. So 5 generations of hip hop artists on stage all at once. Has that ever been done before? No. From Grandmaster Flash to Uzi Vert, all those generations of hip hop was on stage and on the screen. Although there were some discrepancies about who exactly was even invited to show up in person.
I think it's awesome though. Previous generations, making way. Every generation is gonna sit there and say music ain't as good as when we were younger. It's all trash now. What is every generation says? Ah, the music is all trash now.
Yeah, because in the late '80s, the old folks was like, turn that hippity hoppity bullshit off. They ain't even singing. And then in the '90s, it said, turn that bullshit off. They cuss too much. In the mid '90s, turn that shit off. It's too violent. And then late '90s, turn that shit off. It's too shiny. And
Yo,
then
hold
turn.
up. Banging on the bath. We were 15 and they were talking about banging on the bathroom floor. I remember they called us the banging on the bathroom floor generation.
Except Shaggy ain't hip hop. We talking about hip hop.
Isn't it not hip hop?
It's not. Just because he was raised in Brooklyn don't make him hip hop. He's a reggae artist. He's a dancehall artist.
It made it onto did it make it onto the hip hop charts? I don't know.
No,
but it made it onto 106 and Park. So.
The hip hop and R&B charts is just a renamed Black Singles chart. They just renamed the Black Singles chart to hip hop R&B chart. Now let me get back to. Now I'm gonna talk about dancehall in a second, but this is why I brought up hip hop.
Mm-hmm.
For those that don't know, you're watching the show. You already know. Hip hop started in the South Bronx in the early '70s. Who was living in the South Bronx? Black and Hispanic people. But who is also instrumental in the foundation of hip hop, but doesn't always get verbal credit for it? The Afro-Caribbean community. We're talking Kool Herc, who was a Jamaican immigrant. We're talking about Grandmaster Flash, who is of Bayesian descent. We're talking about Bambaataa, who's of West Indian descent. We're talking about all of the Puerto Rican b-boys out there. We're talking about all of the rappers that have come through of West Indian descent, from Biggie to Pepper from Salt and Pepper, from Kid of Kid and Play, to Slick Rick, to MF Doom, to Nicki Minaj. All of these.
Lil Kim, you mean?
Lil Kim, she's half Jamaican.
No, she's Trini.
Lil Kim is half Jamaican.
Oh wait, yeah, Lil Kim is half Jamaican.
Nicki Minaj was born in Trinidad.
Okay.
Bushwick Bill of Ghetto Boys was born in Jamaica. Cardi B is of Dominican and Trinidadian descent. MF Doom is of Trinidadian descent.
Big
Puerto Rican descent. Fat Joe, Cuban and Puerto Rican descent. The Latin community is
he's okay.
Now, from my understanding, the Latin community is where I didn't see all of the footage, just to put that out there. But I was told the Latin community was represented as far as their contribution to hip hop, but what was left out was what Jamaica contributed. The foundation of hip hop music is the relationship between the DJ and the MC.
Wait. So getting back to the Grammys, though. Who else did they have on there? They had that little girl Glorilla, right? Because she's cute.
Yeah, she's of the new generation, and she's well respected among many hip hop circles.
She's so adorable. Like if you sit there and you watch her on social media, Glorilla is like.
Glorilla is on the same stage as Missy Elliott, on the same stage as Salt and Pepper. Well, you know who is missing from the fold? JJ Fad. JJ Fad was the first rap group ever to be nominated for a Grammy. They weren't invited. They did a tribute to, I guess, attributing Southern hip hop, and they performed Ghetto Boys Mind Played Tricks on Me, but only Scarface was there. Yes, Scarface had a prominent solo career. Yes, Bushwick Bill is no longer with us. May he rest in peace. But no one even asked Willie D to be a part of the tribute, and Willie D co-wrote Mind Playing Tricks on Me.
Just out of curiosity, was Talib Kweli on stage, or was he busy arguing with someone on social media?
There you go again. No, he was not there. Let's move on to what I was talking about earlier. The different boats conversation that I was having earlier with Kimura.
Now we about to hit that 30-minute mark.
We are. But you keep interrupting, making my story even longer.
Okay,
we need to stop arguing about who got off the boat first, because we all came on the same goddamn boat. Just because Caribbeans got dropped off first, just because Americans got recognized first, doesn't mean we are that different. Black culture is not a monolith. We use what we remembered from our past, because a lot of our ancestors came here too young to learn everything from the motherland. And we banded together out of security and created something new. Hip hop is another example of that in the 20th century. and we need to stop arguing about what boats we was on.
That was a beautiful preach. Preaching to the choir.
Well, there may be someone out there that listens to this that don't even know about the boats. But we're gonna cover more of that throughout Black History Month.
Boats. And the fact that there's even a debate with flat earthers about like this. It's horrible. But
Okay.
you guys make sure to have yourselves a good night. We will see you next Wednesday. There is a protest this Friday in New Haven at New Haven Correctional. See you guys there. It's at 12 noon. You can check it out on BLM860's Twitter or Instagram. Did you have any gigs coming up you want to plug?
Okay. Tomorrow evening I'll be at the Eastern Library with the Lost Tribe. Look out Simsbury. We're French Road Music will be touring basically all of the Simsbury schools. Same thing we did last year. Hip Hop Fest is coming up, and that'll be March 31st, April 1st, and April 2nd. It's a free event, Trinity College. Look at all social media for all of these lineups that is coming out. There's new information coming out every time. Trinity to Infinity, I'll be a part of along with Dukes One. April 21st, be looking out. I'll give you more details.
So you guys have a good night.
Peace.